Hi there, my name's Andy Cook and I'm Basildon Rugby Club. Been here for many years, doing loads of roles to help out the club in the local community. Really proud to be here tonight for the first kind of senior pre-season training. So we've got a bit of a show on tonight, so let's head over and interview our head coach, Dave Stevens. Dave, how you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You all right?
Start of a new season.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're really interested to know how last season went, given it was your first kind of season under your belt with a new coaching kind of squad.
Yeah, I think the only thing we can really take from last year was a huge amount of positives. Such a young squad coming into the season, and actually development across the whole team was absolutely phenomenal. We at points last year had a starting or an average age of about 22, 23. And the learning curve that players go through that age is absolutely astronomical. So it's really positive. Key things that I took that we placed in outstanding rugby at points. We started to know the patterns of play we're looking to put into place, and actually people started to know their roles and actually getting that kind of level of ability and getting it playing all together was absolutely brilliant.
No, brilliant, and that came across when we watched last season, so it's really pleasing to hear, and thank you for that. Next question: what are your plans for pre-season, and how many games have you got in the bag?
So we've got a pretty detailed three block pre-season. So the first one will be working on our cardiovascular fitness, working to some more conditioning work and then more rugby specific work towards the end. We're primarily going to do a lot of our pre-season with ball in hand, rugby specific running, not a lot of straight line running, really game orientated play. And we've got a really fantastic pre-season schedule lined up. So we've got home fixtures against Thanet, I believe Romford. We've got a game against Malden, Old Cuparians that lead us into the league season, so we're already ready to go.
And the boys excited already?
Very keen. We've had a couple of social events already, a few silly parties, silly games, and that's what we're really trying to create is this idea of we're professional on the pitch, but in the bar, we're rugby club players, we're rugby club, we like to drink, we like to have a bit of a laugh and a social, and that's an aspect of the game that we're still trying to keep involved in.
So with the lads kind of embedding your plan now for the season, what are kind of the goals for the first team and the second team, because that's really interesting for us, the club, the members and stuff like that. So goals for the season for the senior squads?
Yeah, well, I think before we go to the goals of this season, I think we need to reflect from last year. The goals from last year were predominantly about the rebuild, making sure that rugby was at the heart of what we did, and actually we become almost like a rugby club again. So we brought in proper selection processes, we had transition between the first and seconds, and we tried to make rugby enjoyable. So that's the mantra to maintain. But equally, last year wasn't a key of mine, wasn't promotion. It was about integrating and embedding the systems, routines and skills that we're trying to do. This year, it is all about promotion.
Yeah.
So we're looking to top our league, play some really exciting rugby, a few tweaks to the game plan, to our strengths that we see we've got coming through this year. So it's about promotion, but that's not just for the first team, that's for the second team as well. They've got themselves into a decent merit league this year, and we want to make sure that we transition and make sure that first are doing the same as the seconds, and therefore they should be successful in the second team as well.
Super. And what we really enjoyed seeing last season kind of throughout was the youngers kind of coming through, so the Colts stepping up into the twos, into the ones, and as you say, just basically playing that brand of rugby was really good.
Yeah, well, I think lots of clubs will be really interested to see how our youthies kind of pass through into the academy and then from the academy and the great work that they do in the academy into the senior setup. I've worked in many clubs where that kind of transition's a little bit contentious. Here is really supportive, and we want to transition those players in. I think of all the players that stepped into at the start of the season from academy, and just after Christmas when the academy boys stepped up again, we managed to get every one of those boys some action and access into the first team. So they all got access to that kind of environment, and I think that's really important. So youth is really important, but it's not the only thing. You've obviously got to be a good enough player to do it, and that's why the second team is so important as well, to feed into the first team.
Super.
But as a place, so let's play some good rugby. Have a great season.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you very much, Dave. Cheers.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.